So my man's album came out today. Y'all better say something nice. Come on, baby. Tell him about your album.
So, I'm usually a businessman, but I wanted to be an artist, and I wanted to pay homage to real rock and roll. So I got with Freeway and Tash and Ali and Nicky, and we did a rock record called 365. This is the vinyl, and this is the back, so I think it's pretty rock and roll. And here's the inside. And the album's out today, and I'm really proud of it, and there's going to be good shows, and also the music will be in our content. So go check it out. Black Guns 365 with Freeway. Call me Billy Pablo III instead of Dame Dash, and just respect my artistry. Thank you.
So better say something nice.
What it do, y'all? It's Coffee. Tapping back in, and I'm digging the concept here. A rock project, Dame Dash, he's still fighting back against the evil empire, Jay-Z and all that. And Freeway was always a favorite of mine, man. Hands down, one of the best on the rock, no question. Do y'all agree, disagree? It's got to be weird for people that were part of the rock. Like, everyone kind of wants to stay in good standing with Hove, but obviously we know him and Dame just do not fuck with each other at all. But we've seen Freeway have dealings with Jay-Z, done features with him since the split and all that. But I don't know. It's just tricky, man. But I'm gonna check for this. What's it called? Black Guns 365. Is it just him and Freeway? Who's playing the instruments? Like I don't know. But I'm digging the concept. I really am. What about y'all? And speaking of rock and rap and dope artistic conceptions, Lil Wayne has done collab with everybody, even some rock artists. Remember Cash Money had that Kevin Rudolph dude. What happened to him, man? Did he make any noise after Cash Money? Remember that Wayne's World, Planet Rock, all that ish? That joint got me hyped though, right? When I arrive, I'm just fucking around. But no, that shit was pretty lit. He had that real dark rock type song on that, what project was that with the XXXTentacion feature, Voices in My Head or whatever. He actually had a whole rock project before, I think. Wasn't that I Could Die Now, Rebirth, motherfucker, hop up in my... I forget, it had the Prom Queen song. On top of the world in a whole nother way, you know what I mean? With the albums, with the mixtapes, just everything that was coming out. And then for him to still be here, still dropping music. I'm hearing some people ishing on the Carter 6. What say you? Tell me in the comments below. But getting back to this whole rock thing, y'all heard that, he has a collab with Bono of U2. Some would say one of the biggest rock artists of all time. That's, up for grabs, your opinion and all that, but pretty interesting, man. I like to just see the different worlds colliding and all that, in my opinion. And then to round on out the news, man, R. Kelly, he filed all these legal motions and everything trying to get furlough. He's facing all this time, or not facing, he's sentenced to all this time for the foul-ish that he did. I say this every time, man, and it strikes a lot of people different ways, man, that I was a huge fan of Kel's, but let's face it, man, this dude is a serial pedo. He's a danger to society. He's out here violating children, and it's some sick ish. Now, shout out to bro that always tunes into my channel. I appreciate the engagement. He commented here. I wanted to go over this comment. As always, I ask y'all to get in the comments. That's the whole idea over here. You know what I mean? So all engagement is appreciated. Even if you disagree with me, like if you're like, yo, fuck you, Coffee, you sound like a bitch. You're stupid, whatever. I can agree to disagree, or hell, we could even like troll a little bit back and forth. I'm not tripping. It's just about talking about the ongoing topics and discussions. And shout out to bro. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce his name. He's been supporting the channel for quite some time. Like, peep it, he even called me a nerd here. And I always tell y'all, yo, I'm a nerd. I'm an internet nerd, right? I've been around the block before and all that, but I just got to make it clear in this content space, we got all these people that are like pushing the line, gang banging through the content and stuff like that. Like, yo, I'm a square. You know what I'm saying? If I got to call the law, I will. But he says they are trying to kill him. We forgot about Tory. Don't blame Kelly, nerd. Blame the parents that sold their girls to him. Now, in response to that, I do blame the parents. They're fucked up, sick deviants as well. They should burn in hell as well. But it doesn't change the fact that R. Kelly is foul. The parents and R. Kelly are both foul and demonic is how I feel. But I feel what you're saying, though. These parents are sexy-ish. I'm blaming both of them. The parents, Kells. It's a sick world we're living in these days, and it's very terrifying as a parent, y'all. Like, real talk, everyone. Be careful, because they're regularizing all this pedo-ish, and it makes me sick. You know what I'm saying? And it's dangerous, and it's foul, and it's fucked up, and it's demonic in so many ways. So, you know, stay prayed up. Don't lose your faith. Don't lose your soul out here. And do the best you can to protect your family and all that, man. Like, real talk. So again, how do you say your name, homie? Shidox? It's something like toxic, I think. But he's been supporting for a minute, bro. Like, I appreciate it. I ain't even tripping about being called a nerd. But I'm agreeing with you about the parents. But Kells is foul too. And he mentions Tory Lanez. I was speaking about that in the last video. This is when Kelly had filed these motions. Like, Tory Lanez just gets poked up. Then we hear about that he had this appeal going through, and then the groundbreaking news of a security guard came out and said, yo, this is the person that shot Tory Lanez. You know what I'm saying? Or Meg Thee Stallion, apologies. So it was like crazy that it was like, man, the timing of this for when Tory Lanez got poked up. And then you want to know something that's crazy about that too? There was a lot of narratives about who did stab Tory Lanez and why, and then there was prison politics behind it because it was a Mexican inmate, and you know, the different prison politics out there on the West Coast and everything. And that dude that stabbed up Tory Lanez was a fucking pedo. He was a sick bastard as well, man. It's twisted out here. So a lot of people were feeling like that could be some kind of conspiracy that dude was put up to trying to take his life. And then now with R. Kelly saying he's got blood clots. He went to the hospital. They took him back. There was an inmate. This inmate Stein, I thought that this dude was just saying that he heard, I had it wrong in the previous video. I thought he was just saying that he was aware that there was this plot to get R. Kelly. But it turns out he was the one, I guess, who, like, allegedly, according to R. Kelly in these documents that were filed, that was like put up to bodying Kelly. And I don't know if he was alleging they were going to let him go or not, but they have shot down R. Kelly's motions to get out, and they shitted all over it. Listen to what they said. They're talking about now we're hoping to go to Trump for, you know, because Trump's out here giving pardons and all that. But yeah, the judge denied R. Kelly's motion for home detention, and people, how bad they shitted on it, right? They said, and this was a wild claims, right, that R. Kelly was hospitalized for an OD of medication administered by prison officials, and alleged that the officials directed another inmate to kill him in exchange for that inmate's freedom. That was that Stein guy. Originally, I thought he was just someone that was saying, yo, I heard what was going on. They're claiming this is the guy that was put up to carry out the hit. But the ruling flat out says, the federal judge says that they lack jurisdiction in this matter. And listen to how they responded, though, to the claims. It's deeply unserious and theatrical. So they're basically saying this is some unfounded bullshit that R. Kelly is just trying whatever. And they said repugnant to the sentence that the court imposed for deeply disturbing offenses. So they're saying, yo, you're a sick pedo, and you're out here trying to come with all these theatrical bullshit stories, is what they're saying. And then here's the inmate, Mikhail Stein, was allegedly solicited to kill Kelly. The court filing alleged that prison officials offered to free Stein, who has a terminal illness, in exchange for offing Kelly. So they just shitted all over this. And then this quote, President Trump has been fighting against this kind of criminal weaponization of the Department of Justice against public figures since he took office. And we will ask him to now stand up with us as we advance his fight, and our client fears that he might be killed to cover up the corruption we seek to expose. So Kelly, the court wasn't fucking with this furlough motion. They're trying to go to Trump now. And what's to say here? A lawyer representing some of Kelly's victims said in a statement that his clients are, quote, firmly opposed to any efforts to secure his early release or granting of a pardon. So there y'all have it, man. R. Kelly, Lil Wayne, and Bono, the rock rap collab, Dame Dash, all that. Let's talk about it in the comments. Sub up to the channel. And once again, thank you for tuning in. It's Coffee, and I'm gone.